Hey y'all, I am Christy and this is the GenX Gypsy channel. Today's video, I am going to talk about what I put in my travel first aid kit. Now this is a first aid kit that is more for those inconveniences you might get while you're traveling, like an upset stomach or blisters, or maybe to help ward off a cold if you feel one coming on. This is not a first aid kit for going backpacking or whitewater rafting or any of those hardcore sports. This is more just to take care of the little ailments that you might get, so you don't have to go to a drugstore or maybe an urgent care while you're traveling. If this is something that interests you, come on along. If this is your first time to the GenX Gypsy channel, welcome. This is a channel about travel, adventure, and lifestyle for those of us who are in our midlife but want to make it our best life. If this sounds interesting to you, if you could please subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos, which I do twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. Also, if you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to share with your friends, because sharing is caring. Now let's get into what I have in my first aid kit. Now I do want to apologize for the look of this video. Typically I film these videos on my Canon camera, but I filmed this before and somehow it got erased. So I'm doing this again on the fly with my phone and my ring light, and we are in the middle of moving everything out of my mom's house to get ready for a big remodel. So I'm just kind of making do with what I have available. So let's get started on what is in my first aid kit. So some of these things are going to be pretty self-explanatory, and if so, I'm just going to tell you what it is and assume that you know why it's in the first aid kit without going over what it's used for. Okay, the first one is one of those things. This is naproxen sodium, which is Aleve. This is Walmart's version of it. Self-explanatory, I assume. The next one as well, I have some Tums for those upset bellies. These are a few Zicam Gummies that I put in a baggie to carry along. I do find that these Zicam Gummies, if I feel like an itch in the back of my throat or a little sniffle starting to come on, I will just take one of those and chew it up and dissolve it like every few hours. And it does tend to nip a cold right in its tracks before it gets started pretty quickly, at least in my experience. I just like having them along. Next I have some basically Dramamine, but again, it's the Walmart version of it, and I have a little travel size of it. This is the less drowsy formula, so you don't necessarily completely pass out when you take it. I tend to get car sick on really curvy roads, so I always travel with this. I also got to go deep sea fishing last year when I went to Hawaii, and I was so glad that I had the Dramamine with me because it allowed me to really enjoy that trip and catching my first big fish. I have some Benadryl in case you have an allergic reaction. These are also really good if you are really having trouble sleeping and maybe you don't have any melatonin with you or any like Tylenol PM or ibuprofen PM. You could just take one of these. You don't want to do it on a regular basis, but if you're desperate to get some sleep, you know, Benadryl can help you with that. I do want to point out, I am not a doctor. I never have been. I don't have any medical degrees. So this is all from my own experience, and make sure that you get a professional opinion if you have questions. The next thing I have is a Magnesium Supplement drink powder. It's called Calm, and this does help relax you if you need help sleeping as well. Going through menopause, sleep is really challenging sometimes, so I do tend to have a few more sleep aids and I guess a little more paranoia about not being able to sleep while I'm traveling, because I want to be able to enjoy every second that I am on my vacation, and I don't want to be tired and miserable the whole time that I am traveling. This is some loperamide hydrochloride. Basically, it's an anti-diarrhea. I can't pronounce the name, and I don't know what the actual brand name is, but it says anti-diarrhea on the package, so I know what it is for. I think you can tell what this is, a little bit of Advil. These are charcoal caps, which you use for gas or upset stomach, or if you've eaten something bad and you maybe have a tad bit of food poisoning. These are a really good thing to have along to help with that. This is a Walmart version of Neosporin or Polysporin, basically a triple antibiotic cream. This is something that you probably haven't seen in a first aid kit before. These are hibiscus flowers or jamaica flowers dried, and you brew them in a tea, and they are helpful for urinary tract infections or that type of viral infection that you might get. As a woman, sometimes when you're on these adventurous vacations, you might go do like a waterfall hike, and you might swim in the waterfall, and then you're kind of in wet clothes, but you're walking a lot, and things might get a little uncomfortable down there, let's say. I have found that if I start to feel that twinge, that telltale twinge that you know if you've got one coming on, as soon as I start feeling that, I'll brew up some of these hibiscus flowers and make a tea, and I'll drink it for several hours. I'll drink it like just constantly drinking it, kind of like if you were to drink the unsweetened cranberry juice for the same issue. This, I think, works way better than the unsweetened cranberry juice. So I've decided to just start carrying it in my first aid kit with me so that I can, again, nip that in the bud and not have to go to urgent care if at all possible. I do like to carry, again, this is the Walmart version, but I like to carry Theraflu packets with me, the nighttime especially. If I feel a cold coming on, just like I talked about the Zicam Gummies, where were they? Talked about the Zicam Gummies. If I take the Zicam Gummies during the day, I will then drink a Theraflu packet for the nighttime. Between the two, I have found that I have been able to avoid getting hard hit by any cold or virus over the past year or so. So those will always be in my first aid kit. I have some Moleskin for blisters, especially with all the hiking that I like to do on my vacations. So I like to have that along. In fact, I will probably put this in my backpack that I carry when I go hiking. I have some New Skin. If you guys haven't used this, this is excellent if you get cuts or scrapes, but especially for cuts. If you get a cut in a place that a Band-Aid doesn't want to stick on very well, this really helps to hold that cut together so that it will heal up a lot faster. It is liquid, so if you are going to be putting your first aid kit in a carry-on to take with you on your trip, you do need to put this in your liquids quart size bag because otherwise you might get flagged. I have several off towelettes. I really like these for bug spray. For one thing, you don't have to put it in your quart size bag is one, but I just find that these work really well. I make sure that I get fully covered and I don't have to spray my face with it. Mosquitoes really like me, so I have to have bug spray if they are going to be around at all. And these work really, really well. They last a long time. I have found that I can go hours after just putting one on and without getting bit. This is something new that I've added to my first aid kit recently is a thermometer. I usually don't really care whether I have a fever or not, or usually can kind of tell if I have a fever or not. But as I've been traveling more and more, I thought it would be nice to have something to verify if I have a super high fever. And with all the brouhaha about coronavirus, etc. these days, I just thought it might be nice to throw this in and have it, you know, just in case. Because that's what a first aid kit is all about, right? Just in case. I've thrown in this traditional medicinals throat coat tea, which is one of my favorites. Again, along with the Zicam and the Theraflu, as soon as I kind of feel a scratchy throat feeling coming on, I will drink some of this tea as well to help avoid getting that cold. This tea, not only does it help kind of take the scratchiness away from your throat, it also has echinacea in there, which can help ward off some viruses in. I have some alcohol prep pads. which again should be self-explanatory, to clean out cuts, scrapes, and bruises. Well, I guess not bruises. And last but not least, I have a variety of Band-Aids. As you see, most of the stuff I have in here is just to handle minor issues that you might run into while you're traveling, and to maybe help avoid a drugstore visit or a trip to the urgent care at the very worst. I'm sure you guys have some great ideas of what you put in your travel first aid kit, and I would love to hear about them. If you could please share in the comments below and let me know what your favorite thing is to have in your first aid kit. Maybe it's something as unusual as the Jamaica hibiscus tea flowers. Well, that's everything I put in my first aid kit. I hope that you've gotten some really good information from this video. If you enjoyed it, if you could please hit the like button, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. And if you know someone else who might enjoy this information, if you could please share this video with them as well. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.